let you do your video. I've not been a guest in so long. There it is. Oh, see, now we're much better now. Yay. And they don't have to look at me. Well, I mean, now they have somebody else to look at. But I don't know if last time I talked to you, I didn't have the laryngitis, but It is phenomenal to see you. Are you back home? I heard you were out of town.
I am. I'm in Las Vegas right now.
You are in Vegas. Okay. And then I also heard you're headed back south in California at some point, aren't you?
At some point, but yeah, so I'm in Vegas now. I'm going to Nashville actually next week for Americana Fest, and I have a show at the Bowery Vault in Nashville. And then with Crimson Calamity, who I think you had on.
Yes, a while ago on the Haps.
Yeah, and then I'm coming back to Vegas to perform at the Life is Beautiful Festival on the 18th.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm super stoked. It has been a little while. It's been a minute, not a super long time since we talked, but I think you've got something coming out in the next couple of days, don't you? I heard.
I have an album that's called Damn Shame Waste coming out on Friday. And it's yeah, you can pre-order it now for only $5 as a discount for pre-ordering. And the reason why pre-orders are awesome is because it helps it get debut on the chart at, high up on the chart, because all of the pre-orders count at once.
So. You have made it to number one before. I know there's been a little bit, like I'm telling you, Kris, I have tried like 9 different times. Like we had problems tonight to find the link to be able to pre-order. I think I finally did pre-order it.
On iTunes?
Yeah, iTunes makes it almost impossible.
They do. Makes it almost impossible. Well, the reason in the last few days I've just been telling people, don't even mess with the link. Just go to the iTunes store, which you can go to, and just search for my album, and then you can pre-order it there, because the links just take you to Apple Music, and then it's like, this doesn't exist yet. And like, oh, you have to buy Apple, you have to do Apple Music. And it's like, no, you can just buy the album. You don't have to like subscribe to Apple Music.
Yeah, you don't want a 1/1 millionth of a cent. You would like the $5 or whatever percentage Tim Cook gives you.
Yeah, and it helps with the charts with the sales,
which is really cool.
I don't know that the streaming doesn't help with that.
No, and one of the things I want to say about you that I admire about you so much, and of course, we worked, good gosh, it's been more than a year, right? I guess that other release.
Yeah.
And I worked with you for a few weeks there when you were getting that out. But one of the things I tell people all the time, because I tell people about the folks that I like and the folks that I care about and the folks that are really good, and I'm always looking for opportunities for those folks. And one of the things I always say about you, besides you have the most freaking beautiful voice and the most beautiful songs and the most beautiful arrangements and the most beautiful tone and the most beautiful videos, all of that great stuff, you also have a good head for business.
Well, thank you. I hope
you
so.
do. You know what you're doing. You have built something that not every singer-songwriter has. I had my friend Mela B on here last week. Mela's awesome. And, she has a different path, in doing things. But I mean, there should be, what it should be like if you were kind of like a carny, we could do the Kris Angelis method, and we could sell it for too much money maybe. But I mean, no, we could really sell the way that you do things. I mean, I think you could like franchise how to be successful in music the Kris Angelis way. You could talk with Tony Robbins, right? I mean, I'm serious.
Okay.
No, serious. You really know how to do it. You've got a system. You write the stuff, you produce it, you get it out, and you get it distributed, and you get to the top of the charts. And that's a big freaking deal. And I think it's awesome.
Is this because I think I'm obnoxious and I just post about it incessantly and like, oh, fine, I'll buy it. God.
Gosh, I thought of you as a lot of things, all of them I would say positive, and obnoxious was not one.
Well, I'm glad it doesn't come across that way. So because me over here knowing everything that I'm posting, I'm like, I am so bored with myself.
Oh, well, no, I know that. That is why I am, other than the face for radio, that is why I know I am not, I don't know, whoever that Luke, whatever his name is, or whoever my son could tell me who's at the top of the YouTube charts, but boxing himself or whatever he's doing. But but yeah, it's really hard, because you grind, you work hard, but it's really hard, I think, to grind for yourself in the public way like this, like when you're just putting the tweets and everything out there and trying to do that, because you're feeling like, good God, these people are going to think I'm crazy. But the thing that I've learned in this like 20-month, maybe 24-month journey from when I started at HAPS and all of these things, is that you got to be a little crazy, and you got to be incessant and nonstop, and hope that people don't think, that you're in their face all the time, because everybody's going to do it. And I've met so many people along this path that are not 10% as good as you. And yet they'll get some kind of recognition because, some of it's networking, some of it's luck, but some of it's just like, good God, can you, be on any more than you are? And it's just out there. And so I'm always hoping, and I do have actually, just in the last couple of weeks, I'm starting to kind of be able to get some support to do this. It would just be nice if somebody else could do the annoying, out there, and I don't have to, oh, it's not me, it's my people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, totally. No, but also the other thing is like, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. And it seems like, yeah, that's the thing to do. And also, hopefully the people who are supportive get that that's what I have to do. So they're not, hopefully they're not annoyed. But also what I've found is that even like good friends of mine, people who are definitely supporters and followers of mine, I'll have like gone through some sort of campaign where I was literally posting, 5, 6, 7 times a day about something. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I saw once or twice that you posted about that in like over 2 months. And I'm like, oh, it's like,
oh, I lost your audio. Oh, there you are.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the algorithm is, working. Like where people aren't seeing everything that you post all the time, unless they have your notifications on. Just right. Like it blew my mind at one point that someone was like, oh yeah, I think I saw you post about that once or twice. And I was like, I was literally posting about it all day, every day. Like, and you saw it once or twice. Okay.
Yes. And that is the algorithms working. I will also say that I just made I'm pouring water here for the voice, folks, but the, cause I don't have anybody to hand me water. Yeah. I met the CEO of this AI company just in the last couple of days. This stuff happens to me all the time, called Lately, and we've been connecting, and we're going to have her on here, I think November 9th or something. But like just trying to cut through the noise is really difficult. Then you have the algorithms, because I went on their site and it said the average user, should tweet 6 times a day, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and it said, you're like 2,474,000 over the amount you should tweet each day. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, but it's crazy. Some people say tweet 17 times a day. And then I see people that tweet like 400 million times a day.
For what? To what end? Like, why? Just so that some people see it?
I guess. I don't know if they're trying to jam the algorithm, but I do have a little tip for you. When we get the chance, I haven't sent it to you before on tweets. It's called a dark tweet or a stealth tweet. And there's a way you can go onto Twitter ads, and you could send out 1,000 and it won't jam up the algorithm or anything, but you're sending them to a specific hashtag or person. And so that is a really good way to kind of push something if you've got an existing hashtag that people are seeing, or you want to jump on one. But for the most part, I pretty much think that all of us in this work in general probably tweet too much in terms of the algorithm, because once you get past 4 or 5, and if that's what you're doing, that's great. But once you get past 4 or 5, the algorithm is just going like, well, we're not going to let it go anywhere. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I never really fully understand what's going on with the algorithm. Like, today, like I've been posting all week. I've been posting these little teasers on like TikTok and Reels of all the songs from the album, with me like playing, part of it acoustically, and then also me talking about behind the song. And I have, the hashtags and stuff. And then today I literally just like held my phone up and was like, hey, by the way, everybody, don't worry about the stupid iTunes link because it's not working. Just go and find it if that's what you're having problems with. Like that's all that it was. And I just like said that in the thing, and I think it said hashtag thank you. That's it. And it has like 4,000 views, and the other ones only had like 500. And like,
Wow.
why is that being shown to people?
Right. Was that TikTok specifically?
I think that was on Reels
Oh, was it
on
Reels? Yeah, because I know, everybody called me and, emailed me, oh, dude, you got to just do Reels, do Reels, do Reels. It's the thing, right? And they've changed the algorithm. But my friend Wally, the guy that does the tennis, ping pong, what do you call it? Ping pong diplomacy with North Korea and has his ping pong clubs in New York and Chicago with Susan Sarandon. I need to do a show with like Wally and like you and some other people, and we just need to get Wally to spill all the TikTok beans secrets because he will do it. He talks about it, but it changes so rapidly too, Kris. One day.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, it's also like, who knows what's going on, because it's not like there's a formula for this will definitely work and this definitely won't. Or I mean, I don't know, but like, because I just keep using this example that I have a friend. This is a really intense example. I have a friend who posted this little video. It's a cute little video of him making a tiny hamburger and fries, and on TikTok, and he posted on his account, and it got like a few hundred views. And then he had another account, and he just like was like, oh, whatever, let's try. I'll just post it on here too. And that one has like, at this point, I think it's like 65 million views, and it had millions of views. Like he got 200,000 followers like in the first week that it was on. Like it went crazy viral, and it's like the exact same video.
Right. Within the same interesting period of time.
And that happens with same people that I've seen do TikTok stuff where they post something, it doesn't do very well, and then they post it again like a week later and it goes viral. So who knows?
Well, according to all of the the government officials, TikTok isn't at all what they say it is. But it's the Chinese spying on us. But hey, as long as it's getting our information out there, we have no privacy.
Hopefully it's getting me some fans. So
hey man, I love that. And listen, I know we got some fans down there. I've been watching the video here because I get to see you, but I know William was down there. And the nice thing about this platform for you, Kris, and for me too, is that they are just starting to open this up to the general audience. And it's really cool. I want to say this. So last week for our first show, because you couldn't be here, you had a conflict, otherwise you'd have been first. Mela was on, Mela B, and the replays for you for your last one and Mela and the one we'll get for this on Fireside will be phenomenal because people really dig really good music. And I'm like, next week I really should not have a musician because this isn't just a show about musicians, but I'm going to have them pretty regularly because it's doing well. So I'm very excited about that. But Fireside, because I've had this laryngitis and a bunch of other stuff going on, I didn't have my info ready to get it out. Oh, and the holiday too, to get it out to them, to get us in the newsletter. They've been great. They get me in the newsletter pretty much whenever I ask. This time they're like, wait, you have Kris Angelis coming on again? Can you get us, the artwork and stuff? And so they asked me to get you on to the newsletter. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So
yeah,
we were on the newsletter?
Yes. So everybody that is a part of Fireside that's ever signed up or anything saw that this show was going to be on because the newsletter went out on Tuesday instead of Monday. And then I think it would have went out today as well.
So how do we see who's in here?
So actually the way we see who's in here right now is if you just look at the bottom, it's literally just William, yourself, and me.
Oh.
There's nobody else. There's nobody else in here because what will happen is these folks will all see it on the replays. Because right now there are like 2 or 3 shows of other people that like I know that are kind of the Fireside regulars that just happen to be doing shows tonight. But the thing is, this is very this will be evergreen content for you. It awesome. It will keep playing out there. And then the other thing is I will push this out to the other platforms. So hopefully this will sell some albums for you down the line. But we've been on here a while and we had a little bit of a delay. I heard you play music, I think.
Yes, I do.
You have something you want to play for us? You want to set us up or you want to tell us about it at the end?
I can tell you about it. So this, like I said, I have a new album coming out on this Friday. It's called Damn Shame Waste. And You can pre-order it on iTunes and stuff now, and this is the first song from it. It's called Run, and it came from a place of feeling like I was in a I was struggling, and I've struggled a lot through just being really afraid and anxious of the unknown, and just wanting to give myself sort of a pep talk of embracing the darkness, embracing the unknown, and knowing that there are things like that you can see in the dark that you can learn from and grow from, and to try to go forward in life instead of just looking back. Go forward in life with a sense of adventure and curiosity rather than fear. So that's what this is about.
Well, that's a beautiful sentiment, because I 100% agree that, and I know you, obviously you're a human being, you have all of those issues, but you are one of the people that I know goes forward through life really well, and I'm excited. Yeah,
I'm glad
it's not easy. Yeah. Oh, come on now, Kris.
I'm definitely working on it.
You come across as having your blank together really well. I mean, we know each other a little bit, so we're all human, but no, you do an amazing job. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just absolutely thrilled to death. People, I want you to hear my friend and this amazing musician, Kris Angelis.
Thank you. I think I aged more today than in all the years before. The storm within my soul has been unkind. So let's get lost and found, with our hearts beating so loud. They're drowning out the questions in our minds. And we'll run, 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 run deep into the night. Embrace the dark and count the stars we can't see in the light. She said darkness is our friend, but I've always been afraid. There's no compass and no map in this masquerade. Don't know what I've become, but I heard the morning dove, and I'll learn to sing a silent serenade. And we'll run, 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 run deep into the night. Embrace the dark and count the stars we can't see in the light. Run, 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 run deep into the night. Embrace the dark, count the stars we can't see in the light. Oh, run, 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 run into the night.
Holy Toledo. Wow. That Kris Angelis, everybody. Kris, when did you first, I know these are kind of canned kind of questions, but let's do it this way. When did you know that you were really good?
Did I know that I was really good?
Yeah. Because I know you surely must know that.
Um, I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're really damn good.
Thank you. Well, you know what's interesting? This reminds me of a story. I think maybe I've told this before at some point, but um, back a while back, I met this guy who's a music manager. He was managing like John Mayer and stuff at the time. And my sister, being an awesome sister, was like talking me up to him. She's like, she's a singer, and he just looks at me. He goes, "Oh, are you good?" And I was like, this was sort of way when I was first starting out, and I was like, I don't know, like I kind of like I was just like so awkward and just
Right.
didn't know what to do. And he was like, "Oh, well, if you don't think you're good, why should I?" and it sounds like he was being a hole,
Right.
but he was making a point. He was like,
Yeah.
he's actually a very sweet person and he's helped me a lot, but like he was making a point, like you got to get yourself your confidence together. And so that really helped me try to like create a mindset of like, not in a delusional way, but like you gotta have confidence in yourself. And so I guess, I don't know, many years ago, I started being like, you know what, I am good. Like, not that I don't have any room for improvement or that I don't still obviously get like totally inspired by other people, like, and their musical prowess and all that kinds of stuff. But I don't know exactly when, but I'm glad
At that moment, at least, you've got the story with John Mayer's manager, and that, because I say this, and a friend said to me this back, which was really funny. But I said, one of these things I'm doing here, I said, look, you got to toot your own horn. You got to let the world know how awesome you are, and you better be awesome. And my friend said, no, you don't. Just tell everybody, right? Because the people that aren't are going to do it anyway. What I'm saying is, you have to say it. And if you're really good, people will believe it. And they will, they will buy your records or do whatever. But there's just nothing wrong. Hopefully, it's hard again.
You can just show people that you're good.
You can, no doubt.
I, for one, love being underestimated and then proving people wrong. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, that's never going to happen with me anymore because I think you're the badass, best freaking, literally. There's no reason. I don't need to butter Kris Angelis up. We're friends. I'm having her on here because she's amazing and I want her to sell her albums. Yeah, you're welcome. But I mean, no, really. I mean, I'm no, manager of John Mayer, but I mean, like, I know music and I know people that can sing. You are just, in that song, in that portion, and I don't think it's actually would be called technically a yodel within the music, right? But when you do that lilt kind of thing to your voice, I mean, like you're just sitting here like going, it's like an angel. And I'm, it is like, you're just like, oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is. Kris and your sister too. You're both so good to me and both so talented.
Well, we're lucky to have someone like you who's willing to help us out so much.
Well, Mr. Mark Cuban that owns this platform, if anybody else is watching it, just let him know, he, if he ever needs any two amazing, people for any of the work he has, get going, that the Angelis sisters can do things together as well. I've seen it. And we still have fun in this family occasionally. If both of you have got a photo or something out and it's like, play the which one is which game, with the two of you and everything. I mean, you guys are both awesome. How is kind of the rest of the world? What's going on with you? Anything exciting or, anything that you want to let the world know that, that's going on, a new puppy or anything like that? What's happening in, the personal Kris Angelis's life that you want to share, of course?
Oh, well, the biggest thing is like my sister has a child now who
I didn't want to say that because I didn't, because, I wanted you to do it. So, yes.
Thank you. Yeah. No, she's allowed to be known. Like they're not posting her on the internet, like, publicly, like her face and stuff. Right. It's known that she exists.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it,
Yeah. And yeah, no, I'm obsessed with her. She's my little niece. Her name is James Wonder. Um, and I mean, those are her.
Beautiful.
That's her first and middle name, not her
Yeah,
last name. But
right.
and no, she's the best. She's like the happiest, most excitable little goober, and it's awesome.
Yeah, that you are obsessed with them. I know that feeling. I mean, with my own children and my, nieces and nephews, those kind of things. Boy, they
Yeah.
just get into your heart. And,
Yeah.
de- um, and then of course, you're going to be the cool aunt
Yeah.
who sings and tells John Mayer manager stories and buys her ice cream, or if she's a little lactose intolerant, slips her a pill and mom doesn't know, you're going to be the cool aunt.
It's a whole story.
Yeah, exactly. That's beautiful. And it was so nice when I got that first notification of James Wonder's existence, right? Because I didn't know, right? I mean, we're not, we don't hang out. We're not, we live across the country. But it was so neat. It was definitely really, really
Yeah.
neat. Are you do you think you might sometime write a song about that little one or anything, that experience?
Probably.
Could come to
Probably.
you.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't yet, but I'm sure it'll happen. You know what's really cool? I just want to tell a little story, and this is maybe a lifesaver, life game changer for anyone out there who may be having children in the future or pregnant now. My sister, while she was pregnant with her, she and her husband started playing this song. For them, it was Nat King Cole's "The Very Thought of You." And they started playing that just like every night as like a little nightly ritual, and he would like massage her feet and stuff. Like, yeah, he's great. And they would play this song every night, and now it is like a magical spell. Like, whenever she is inconsolable, like they don't bring it out like every time, because they want her to be able to self-soothe and stuff. But like, if she's in the car and we can't take her out of the car seat, or she's just like freaking out, all they have to do is play that song, and she becomes very calm and then falls asleep. And now what's so awesome is I can just sing it to her. It doesn't even have to be Nat King Cole, and it still works.
Yeah.
And I feel like a magical person.
Well, that magic too is, if anybody out there is doubting that, I mean, it 100% works. And the reason I know is with our daughter, and I can't sing right now, especially with this voice, but we had a little song that we made up, to a tune of another song, and I would sing it right into her belly every night. And when that child was born, she came out of the womb and, she was crying, and we sang that song and she just quieted down. It was crazy. She knew the song. That's
and it
beautiful.
reminds them of being in their little safe place. So, yeah.
Exactly. That is absolutely beautiful. Are you, before we have you play another song here, are you writing and working towards the next album, or do you wait until this one's out and then, go break somebody's heart and write a song?
I usually try to, I'm like sort of in different modes. So I'm not usually in total creative mode while I'm in promo mode for the album. Now, yes, I have ideas all the time. Like, they're sort of happening and I write them down and stuff, but I'm not in like full blown like writing mode right now. There is a song on this album called a Happy Song, and maybe I'll play that one next. But it basically says, like, it could have been happy, the song I was writing for you. And I have since then had the idea to actually write the happy song.
You? A happy song?
Yeah.
You?
And write that particular happy song, that could have been. And,
I like
so
that.
I've been working on that, and I'm scheduling co-writes with some really cool people. But yeah, I'm probably maybe not going to be releasing a lot of new stuff for a little bit, just because I need I just realizing like the way that the different flow, like how things flow, I need to like slow down a little bit to like create some foundations and whatever. But I'm not to say, who knows, I might still.
Well, just two quick things, and then we'll get into the song, and I think we'll talk about both of them after too, the other side of the song as well. But you just put out a kick-ass video, by the way, that it's got to be somewhere on your Twitter there somewhere, Instagram. It's freaking amazing. And then secondly, I know a while ago you had the song, that was on the Netflix program as well. So, I really I don't know how much of that story you want to share, but what I love about that story, again, of the Netflix especially, but I want to know about the video, and when we come back, is the hustle and drive of Kris Angelis, and that you are changing things and thinking how things might be different. I'd be pretty sure that what will come out of that is even more greatness. So we're going to get a chance to hear some of that greatness that has already been written by one of my favorite humans on the planet. I am blessed to have Kris Angelis on my program, and pretty much whenever I ask her on my program, and always makes it much better. So, Kris Angelis.
Yeah. So this song, since I said I would do it, it's called A Happy Song, and it's tongue in cheek because certain members of my team have mentioned, they're like, hey, maybe you should try writing a happy song. So I was like, hey, I wrote a happy song, and they're all excited, and I sent them this, and they're like, okay. So yeah. Anyway, it goes like this. Remember the nights when the sun would arrive without warning. We'd answer the phone, and before we would know it was morning. Joking around, we laughed till we found ourselves closer than we meant to be. Talking into the night with you by my side, felt like you knew me better than me. But your picture and me, black and white photographs fading into the past. I'm scraping my knees, wearing the tattered dress you gave to me. I would have written a song about you without you going and tearing my heart out like you do. It'd be a happy song, we could just dance alone. But you like to stand in the middle of spotlights. You thought that you knew who I was, so you hurt me too. It could have been happy, a song I was writing for you. We all roll the dice, even when the odds are against us. If I took your advice, I'd run as far as I could. I'm defenseless. It's that same kind of feeling, stomach and chest, heart beating faster, catching my breath. Couldn't stop smiling like when we first met. Now memories are all I can bet. But your picture and me, black and white photographs fading into the past. And I'm scraping my knees, wearing the Am I back? I would have written a song about you without you going and tearing my heart out like you do. It'd be a happy song, we could just dance alone. But you like to stand in the middle of spotlights. You thought that you knew who I was, so you hurt me too. It could have been happy, the song I was writing for you. I'd known you so long, but maybe I never did. Thought we had it all, but we weren't ready yet. You chose fear, and I'm still here. I'm grateful for all that you gave to me. And I would have written a song about you without you going and tearing my heart out like you do. It'd be a happy song, we could just dance along. But you like to stand in the middle of spotlight. You thought that you knew who I was, so you hurt me too. It could have been happy, the song I was writing for you. It could have been happy, the song I was writing for you. It could have been happy, the song I was writing for you.
Holy Toledo again. Wow. Kris, Angelis, everybody. That was great. That was fantastic. I tell my friends that when I'm talking about this journey about when I went from Periscope and I went from a nobody to a slightly less than nobody, and it's opened a lot of doors for me and done a lot of things. But again, one of the most influential things of that time for me was that 2 or 3 weeks that we just were on every platform we could possibly be on, and helping you, do a little bit. I was able to help you do a little bit of all the great things you were able to get out done with that. Well, I hope I did. I think I probably did, but it's, I appreciate that. But when you're listening to a really good song and it's got some emotional context to it, right? And you feel like, years later or whatever, like that song has a memory around it. You know what I mean? We know how powerful these words can be from people we don't know. But when you sing a song and that we're friends, right? We talk outside of this, it's got even more of this kind of magical power because I know a little bit, or, like we all do, we think we know our friends and stuff a little bit, but I know you a little bit. And so when you sing those songs, I mean, I'm just like, oh my God, she's singing it right to me. That's what the audience feels with a good song, and with a good friend who's singing a good song. I about cried right there because it just made me feel so good to just be reconnected with you and everything too, because there's just so much power in this medium even that we're in, doing this. So God, Kris, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful.
Thanks. I mean, I almost cried too. It's a sad song.
It is. It'll do that to you. So, and I'm so excited because I've got a lot more people that we're going to be sharing all of this stuff out with. Tell me, because I believe, if I remember the story right, you have a person who is been dedicated to your videos for a long time, shooting the camera, right? The video and stuff.
Yes, for the last few years, my friend Lee Holbrook has been doing my music videos and photos and stuff, and he's incredible. I'm just incredibly lucky to have him. He's such a talented guy and just so willing to help, and has great ideas, and yeah, so we kind of co-direct my videos. I usually come up with the idea, and then he like runs with it and comes up with other cool stuff, and that does all the cinematography, and it's just great.
And what is this? Tell us a little bit about this most recent video that you released.
So it's for the song called "It's Tumbling Me," which is on this record, and everyone, I don't know if everyone, but like most people that I've talked to initially think that it's like CGI and digital effects and, animation.
It's real.
And it's not. It's not. There's nothing fake about it except for okay. The effects in it there are a few shots that have like an obvious color shift where like the whole color of the whole like screen changes, but and there's like reverse, like where the footage is in reverse, but that's it. There's no animation, there's no like CGI. It's all real practical effects of me just having paint thrown at me and on me and over me and all that.
was this specific like body paint and everything? But and did you have to mess around with the thickness and stuff, do takes and figure it out?
Yes, we had it's UV body paint, and we mixed it with water, and we found like some good consistencies for different kinds of things, for dripping or throwing or whatever, and then basically what it is we just filmed it under UV lights, and in editing just turned down the like took everything that wasn't the brightness of the
Right.
paint and made it black. So
Right.
all
Right.
you can
Right.
see is paint.
You
Yeah.
adjusted it. Yeah. You adjusted it down. Were you in a, so how well lit was the studio when you were doing it? Was it pretty
Just the
normally
UV.
lit?
No, it was just the UV lights.
Oh, so it was just UV. So you couldn't see
I mean, you can
too,
see.
right. But yeah, but it was, it was different. Now, how long did it take? How long was the shooting?
Oh my gosh, it took a while because we did it over like 5 or 6 days for
Oh,
like
wow.
5 hours each, probably. Um, and we probably could have done it in shorter time if it didn't have to be dark when we did it. If we had like all day long to do it. But it did need to be dark so that there wasn't any light bleeding in. And and it just was, yeah, a long process because every time it was like, okay, we have to mix up the paint and we have to set up, do everything. I had to be clean, and then and the whole everything had to be clean. If paint got splashed on the walls and stuff, you had to clean that all up. And then you have one chance to do it, and if you mess up the throw or whatever, it's like, okay, well, do it all again. I'm gonna
Hose her
shower.
down.
Yeah, so it was a long process. There's a lot of factors that are sort of uncontrollable. So
That adds to it, though.
yeah.
Because when I first saw it, and I went to film school. I've done a thing or two in my life, but I knew it wasn't effects. I knew it was practical. I could tell by looking at it, because I'm like, there's no, you're just, I don't care how good effects are going to get. You can feel that is really happening. And I guess this AI people would say, well, okay, challenge us. But I mean, you could just, it felt like, and I think that adds to the experience. And you are sans clothing in that thing and so I think sans is French for like none or no or something. But you're not wearing a lot of clothes, if any clothes. Was it like cold or hot, or like any of that? Was it like
There were some moments that I was cold, but generally I got to go right into the shower afterwards. And and they took care of me. There was heaters and stuff. So it was fine.
that's pretty cool
Way
though. That's
better. It was way better than, like, say, the Siren Hope video where I was like laying in the ocean.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
And well, yeah, and it's the Pacific Ocean. It's never warm.
Right. It was yes, that's a fair point. If it was the
that water is always going to be cold.
Yeah.
That is just a beautiful video. And and again, to me, because you use practical effects, it feels very much of the vein of what you do, which is you take the best of whatever it is and of what and you bring it to life. I have a little bit of a credo that I have in terms of doing these kind of things, where it's, look, embrace all the tech, but there are things that, like, I do my shows at what used to be called prime time. You know what I mean? Like that, because there is still some memory in people of, this is when you sit down and watch TV, even though you can watch this, at any time, because I think you can take a little bit of both. But as a singer songwriter, I think you have carried on the tradition of, of the Carly Simons and all of these people, even what is his name, James Taylor's, and all of these folks. I mean, there is, again, those are effing phenomenal artists, but you are right there with your talent and your voice. No, you are, with your talent and your voice. And it does make me a little bit, oh, I don't know, not happy that the world has not discovered you to the level of those people, because it should, and hopefully it will a little bit more tonight, because it is such a joy to have you on the program. Do you want to there, I'm guessing that was William down there. Wait a minute. Oh no, that was Graciela. I can just see through the thing. Thank you, Graciela. Great to see you. Do you want to do us one more song here in a minute, and then we'll see if anybody wants to just pop up? Oh, I see Mel down there too. And we've got Brett, William. All right, there's a few people. So, excuse me, if anybody wants to come up and say hello, I did promise to give away, although I know William won't need a copy of the album, but certainly if Mel or Graciela want to come up and say something, I'll pick up a couple albums and send them out that way on the pre-order to you, or send you what you need. But give us a little bit of where you began in music and where you are now, like that journey. For me, and knowing you, I think that's got to be the adventure of a lifetime that most people never get to experience. I mean, I think you must be pretty lucky that you love what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I am. So the beginning of my musical journey, I guess, was like literally when I was like a toddler. My mom says my sister and I were, singing before we could really talk very well. We would just like be like la, 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 like we were like put on shows with like these ridiculous like 2-year-olds singing opera. Not really, but pretending. And I guess my sister and I wrote a song together when we were 3, and we just kept, we did join choir, like the church choir in school when we were like 6, and just kept doing it, and did little musical theater summer camps, and then kept learning about harmonizing, and then picked up the guitar and started learning it, and then the rest is history. No,
the rest is history. And if people didn't know it, because I don't know that I mentioned it specifically, because it's just such an assumption, your sister is your twin.
My sister is my twin.
And yes. Who's older?
She's 2 minutes older.
Yes. Did she ever lord that over you at all?
All the time. She still does. She's like 10 years older than me, even though she's 2 years older.
Look, it's 2 minutes in real time, but in actual experience time, you'll never catch up, Kris. I'm sorry.
I get that. I mean, she just always seems like the older one. She's like a little bit more, I don't want to say bossy. Bossy's not the right word, but like a little bit more sort of like, we're doing this, and and like she's married and she has a kid, and I'm like not.
Well, yeah, but I mean, look, this part, you professionally, you need to stay single if you want to keep writing the hits.
No, please don't make that my thing.
Oh, that's not your thing. I'm just teasing. There is a, look.
I've had that thought before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what if this is no? But I want to believe and have to believe that I can be happily partnered and still have a successful music career.
Kris Angelis, I know in just about every other parallel universe out there, you are incredibly happily partnered, and it is coming, because you're just a freaking
one of those.
Yeah, just slip over. I try to get over there once in a while, see if they got more money than me. But but you're an amazing human being, and I know there's an amazing other human being out there. Probably more than one, and some of them probably have already heard your music and are just trying to figure out how to say hi. So, but you and your sister, you're twins, and like it's just, I can just imagine when one of you rounds the corner and people are like, oh my God, look at that beautiful woman, and then you walk by and they're like, holy crap, deja vu, oh my goodness, because you're just talented, bright, beautiful, smart, hardworking Angelis sisters, and you can look them up, you can find them, you guys have done stuff together.
Yeah, by the way, like my sister doesn't just sing with me, that's like her side thing where sometimes I can get her to sing with me. She's also a wonderful actress and writer and director, and you can watch her movies on like Amazon and Netflix, and what's the other one, what's that one, the horror movie?
Yeah, she was on what is that network, but I'll get it, I'll put it out there in a tweet. And would you do me a favor next time you talk to Alex and say, obviously no rush with the baby or anything, but she can come on this show anytime she wants to promote anything she wants, whenever.
Yeah, she has a new movie coming out, I think, that just got was put out in like Variety and Deadline and stuff, announced, called Do Not Watch, I think, but she's like, no, please do watch. But that's what the movie's called.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, yeah. Anytime. And she does have some great movies. And like our friend that I introduced you to long ago, Darian Donjou. Like I'm the happiest camper in the world because I have friends at all levels in this industry, and I get to go and say, "Hey, I do this all the time with your music or with her short, the one bearing Amber, bearing Amber,
Yeah.
bearing Amber." I do that short a lot too, where friends, I'm like, "Oh, you like horror movies? Oh no, you need to watch this one." Right. And you just
Is Barry Amber a horror movie?
well, it's not, it's like it's a thriller kind of a mystery kind of thing. Right. So, and I'm like, you have to watch this one. This isn't an industry person. It's just somebody, I'm just bragging about how cool my friends are because you guys do such great stuff. So take us out with a song. We'll do a quick Q&A. I know we're going to get just up against an hour here in a couple of minutes. And that's just the perfect amount of time. And buy this woman's album. You will love it. And what are we going to hear for our last song?
So yeah, I think I might as well, since I'm here to promote the album. By the way, if you're new, Damn Shame Waste, it's coming out this Friday. You can pre-order it for only $5. That's a discount, and I encourage you to please pre-order like before midnight on the 8th because that'll help it debut high on the iTunes charts. If you just go to the iTunes store and search for it, that's probably the easiest way. Unfortunately, the links are not working, but
it just. Well, and sorry, just before you go, before you sing. Dr. Barry, I see you down there. Great to see you, Jasmine. Very happy to see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from Las Vegas, Nevada, the badass killer, singer-songwriter, and amazing, wonderful person, crack business person, amazing business person. That is a long intro, but it's all true. Kris Angelis.
Thank you. So I figured I might as well do, since we did sort of a inspirational, more upbeat kind of one, and then like a kind of sad one, I might as well do, this is like the badass one. Like this is a pure like empowerment song. And it goes like this. I'm not here to be the floor that you walk on. I'm not here to just do whatever you say. Watch out, I'm flying in like a black swan. Gonna show you that I'm more than just a pretty face. I'm not here to just walk along the old path. I'm not here to be a number in your race. You might think you have control, but it's all mine. You don't know it, but you're standing on the fault line. And I'm an earthquake. I'm gonna shake things up. I'm gonna shake things up. Shake things up, things up, things up. I'm an earthquake. You be the melody and I'll be the bass line. I'm not here to be the fiddle that you play. You can party with your wine and your moonshine. Gonna shake it up and open up the champagne. 'Cause I'm an earthquake. I'm here to shake things up. I'm gonna shake things up. Shake things up, things up, things up. I'm an earthquake. I'm swimming against the stream. You can feel the boat rocking, but it's not what it seems. You might think I'm a tidal wave, but I'm the earthquake. I'm gonna shake things up. I'm gonna shake things up. Shake things up. I'm an earthquake. I'm here to shake things up. I'm gonna shake things up. I'm gonna shake things up, things up, things up. I'm an earthquake.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I just want to point out to everybody, and if anybody wants to come up, just, hit the little invite button there. Come up, please. And let's say a quick hello. That is, you're just singing to your iPhone. right? I mean, there's no signal processing. There's no DSP. There's no fancy studio and all this stuff. That is just your amazing freaking voice coming across. Well, you know, there's there. I mean, that's, you know, that's like no makeup voice right there. That's just pure beauty.
Well, I try to do that with even my recordings are no makeup. I mean, there's some reverb, but I don't do like auto tuning and stuff.
No, what? Because you don't need to, because you're good.
I also just try to I just kind of like when you were saying about the old style of like keeping things organic and real and authentic. Like I really want to try to do that. Like one of my biggest influences towards that is Brandi Carlile, and she does that, and I'm really into that. You know, keeping things real.
And you actually you know Brandi Carlile a little bit, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
That's really neat.
A little bit. I'm closer, much closer with her guitar player, one of the twins.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But yeah, for a few years, some years back, we were Brandi and I, you know, saw each other all the time, and you know, when I come to her shows, I still get to go say hi backstage and stuff. But yeah, she's just been a huge influence on me as a musician and the way that she conducts herself as a businesswoman and everything. So, hi, Will.
All right, look at that.
Kris, hey, babe. I've just got home, so I jumped on.
Well, and Graciela, great to see you too. William is, you can tell by his accent, he's from Connecticut.
Yeah. From Northern Ireland? Is that how you say it? Northern Ireland?
That's it, Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. Yeah. Shudder, by the way.
What's that? Oh, Shudder. Shudder is the
Thank you.
movie app for horror movies that you can see my sister's movie, The Cleansing Hour, on.
And it is a really good movie. It is a, you know, it's creepy, it's scary, it's gross, but you know, not too gross. And your sister's really good in it. So
yeah, I think so.
It's a great film.
And yeah, it was like in the top 20 or something horror movies list last year from Rotten Tomatoes. So good stuff.
That's excellent. How are you, Graciela?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. I apologize for being late, but I was being interviewed myself. So as soon as I finished that, I was like, ooh, they're still on. Okay, I'm hopping on. And you do have a beautiful voice, and I love that. That was so nice. I'm so glad that I got to hear your voice. So thank you for that.
What were you being interviewed about? What do you do?
Well, I am one of the trending firesiders here, so I was just being interviewed about my life and my show here on Fireside, but it was booked at the same time, so I was sad to miss it, but very happy to be able to be here for a little bit. So
that's awesome.
Yes, and to answer your question really quick, I do a lot, but I'm a content creator and a life coach, so there you go.
Cool.
Go ahead,
I'll have to come check out your show.
Please do. Thank you.
And William, how do you know Kris Angelis? You know, I think you guys have talked before.
Yeah.
I know who you are.
Hey,
I'm teasing you.
Happened upon Kris once about March 2020. I don't know how I found her Periscope show on Twitter. I watched one show and I've been here for.
Yeah, you are one of her super fans and a great guy. You know,
it's amazing. He's basically like taken over, you know, running my live streams without me asking him to, and my Facebook page. So yeah, thanks, Will.
Yeah, Will is awesome, and we've spoken and coordinated a thing or two there as well. So he's a phenomenal guy, and having this new media and being able to, you know, to connect with your fans, especially, you know, because I see you on different platforms and doing all of these things, you are really doing it, and you're just really living it. And it is just a testament to you and to all the fun things that we can do here. And I'm so excited. I would urge anybody on the platform, because I'm barely able to talk, to have Kris on your show some point too, because she is you know, she's going to get the replays like crazy. And William, when are you going to come to the States? And for she, you know, we just need, so that back in those Haps days, we were talking about Kelly Pantaleone has this that big festival where all those sheep down there in Australia, and I know she's got the connections down there. And once they get this darn COVID thing totally cleared out, we need to get back a hold of her so we can all get you to sing at that big festival down there and we can all meet in Australia. That's still on my list of cool things to do.
Go to Australia.
Yeah. Well, they'll pay for you to go. Well, the rest of us will have to, foot our way there, but we'll make it.
If I can get paid to go to Australia, that's the ideal.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to get to sing at that festival, they're going to pay you. So we got to figure out how to make that happen. But that would be fun. I haven't talked to Kelly for a while, but I'm just really grateful that you, Graciela and William, you're able to jump up here. Graciela, you'll have a copy of the album coming your way. I'm about to sneeze here. So Kris, I'm going to let you kind of close it out a little bit. And I know this is about an hour. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you want me to play another song to close it out, or do you want me to just
If you want to, yes, that would be awesome.
Okay.
And we'll just go out with the song and I won't even have to talk. So,
all right.
Excellent.
And I was considering I might be going on TikTok live after this. Not immediately after, but at some point this evening, because now I have enough followers that I can do that. So I want to promote the album as much as I can. So if you want to keep watching, I'll be on there later, I think. So
how do I close this down, Blue?
William, I think down at the lower left, there's like a little 2 lines. I think maybe.
See it now. That's it.
There we go.
All right.
So well, I'm going to do the closing credits right here. We're going to go out with the music. Looks like Kris may be on TikTok in a little bit. My name is Revolution McInnes. I'm at RevMac Live everywhere. What a privilege, what an honor, and what a great friend. And so excited for this album to come out on Friday.
Yeah. All right. It's okay if you just put no. Sorry. Okay, here we go. It's okay if I have to say some things again. You speak a different way these days, but I know I can depend. I like watching the same movies, hearing the same jokes. So you just go right on ahead underneath the old live oak. You were always seeing the good and simple things. You used to soar across the sky on $1,000,000 wings. Somewhere along the way you looked and you couldn't read the map. The corners started curling and don't you worry about that. It's okay if you put things in a different place. It's okay if you forget my name and remember my face. You know that you love me and I want you to stay. And worrying about anything else is just a damn shame waste. Well, you were always seeing the good and simple things. You used to soar across the sky on $1,000,000 wings. Somewhere along the way you looked and you couldn't read the map. The corners started curling in, don't you worry about that. We'll walk along the paths you know that fold in Mother Earth. Look at all the lives you've saved if you're questioning your worth. Love you have for everyone still running through your veins. You're everything you've always been, you're just flying paper planes. You're everything you've always been, you're just flying paper planes. I'm glad you're feeling good today. Stormy clouds have gone away. Sun is out, no more